I didn't like it at all. Nope. We're saving. Okay, diarrhea. Shit. Blood. Basement key? Uh-oh. Listen to your consciousness. The fuck is it? The fuck are you? Might be. That would actually make sense. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I don't want to go in the basement. I really don't want to go in the basement. Oh, can you bring me a water bottle, please? Oh, it's gotta be freaking great. Oh. Wait. No mortal dare touches the blood of creation. The swan has a key. Okay. Shack key. Thanks, honey. Have a good night.
Good night, dude. Don't be too scared.
I'll try. On the rocks, dude. On the rocks. Yeah, even worse. I know, man. Fight against your will. Question everything. Right, let's do this first. About the sons of cosmic dust. Of the many deities that inhabit the universe unknown and the space between the stars, 7 are amongst the most powerful and feared. They're known as the sons of the cosmic dust, and they've been created at the dawn of time, before the advent of light. We feeble mortals aren't worthy of uttering their sacred names, so we devised them names of our own, based on things we understand, as we're so keen to. They're the son of the moon, the lady of the golden womb, the silent, the raider of the stars, the burning crimson, the moon child, the light sword, and the time, amongst others. These deities have woven the spectrum of the universes as we mere mortals know it. Freaking right. That's great. That's just great. That's so great. Mother Wish. The lady of the golden womb nurtured the moon child with a mother's love as she watched his hatred grow, multiply and spread. Her words remained saccharine and gentle, her lullaby enchanting, her milk nourishing. Soon her child would be ready to be the catalyst of a scheme centuries in the making. The Moonchild would rise and he would produce many, and those many would become one. With their ascension, she could free herself from the Ancient Ones. Okay, a number. Think. Question things that make you question.
Mommy, I can't sleep. Can you tell me a story? Of course, my child. I can tell you a story. I will tell you the tale of a father who loved his son very much. Oh, I haven't heard that one yet, Mommy. Is it good? Of course, my child. It's my favorite. There once was a father and a son. The father loved his son very much, until the very day an evil witch made a terrible prophecy that changed everything. Really? What did the witch say, Mommy? You shall be the monster in your son's nightmares. His mother will be his, and only his, and yours will be the doom. These are weird words, Mommy. What do they mean? Kind boys wait for when the time is right, my love. Don't get ahead of yourself. The father could not bear the thought of death. It must be a tough one, right, love? He abandoned the small child. A new father and a new mother found him. They told him his parents were better, that they would never leave him. They said his other father was a monster, and that his other mother had done terrible things to him. The crone became his new mother. The child would only listen to her. What about his new father, Mommy? Did he get a new father that loved him very much? Oh, his new father? Well, some say he's a sphinx. Some say he's a god. What's a sphinx, Mommy? Oh my, aren't you a crying one, my little king? Mommy doesn't know much about sphinxes, honey. Mommy only knows they are riddle givers, and that they will punish you if you don't answer their riddles. That's scary, Mommy. I wouldn't want a sphinx to be my daddy. Oh no, hun. Your dad is another kind of monster. Mommy? Yes. Hun? Why did they do it? The crone, I mean, and his new father. They wanted to take him from his other father and mother all along. They said it was to protect him. Such a horrendous lie. We know why they did it. Shh, don't worry, love. Mommy won't let them take you from me. Mommy will always protect you. Mommy promises. I will tell you now a story about a wooden puppet boy. He was a jolly one, but inside, all he wanted was to be real. A real boy. I don't understand, Mommy. Was he happy? Or was he sad? A little bit of both, hun. You see, you can be merry and sad at the same time. Mommy is joyful and sad at the same time. I don't want you to be sad, Mommy. Oh, hun, don't worry. Mommy knows how much you do just to make Mommy happy. As I was saying, the wooden boy wanted to be real, but his father, as loving as he was, could not fulfill such a wish. But there was someone who could. A fairy. A fairy, Mommy? Wow! I love them. They're all over that game I like. I know, hun, but this wasn't a normal fairy. She could turn the puppet boy into a real man. That made the father jealous. He felt so powerless, consumed by his jealousy. He turned his back to the wooden boy, and the blue fairy was all he had left. Why, Mommy? Didn't his father love him very much? Yes, honey, did, but, and this is a secret, so don't go telling it to anyone, okay? Okay, Mommy. The father was also in love with the fairy. How could he not? She gave the wooden puppet life in the first place, and now she would turn him into a real man. There was just so much to love about her. Oh, I get it, Mommy. He loved her like Papa loves Mommy. You're so smart, my little king. Yes, exactly, hun. But it was very bad he did it. His jealousy was so strong, he let the wooden puppet drown.
Oh no. What happened to him, Mommy? Don't tell me he died. I don't want him to die.
No, hun, don't worry. The blue fairy was there to save him.
That's good, Mommy. She was there for him. She's so gentle.
Yes, hun, she is. And now it's up to her to make the wooden boy a real man.
Why, Mommy? How will she do it?
Mommy will tell you another day. You wouldn't want such a good story to end so fast, right, my little king? Now it's time you sleep.
Good night, Mommy. I love you.
Good night, my little king. I love you too.
Yeah, that was essentially Pinocchio on crack. What the actual hell? King Crimson. He came down from the twilight with a bang, bathed by a storm, blanketed by thunder and dark clouds, a herald of doom, a wild wolf prowling throughout the heavens. His tail is an intense red, just like the eye of the abyss. His roar is deafening, able to be heard throughout the entirety of the world. The burning crimson, the blood of creation itself, loomed from above us, bearing his fangs of death. Its clothes made of star cloth, he dripped blood onto our heads, bathing us in his glory. He was preparing us for the spell we would later cast, for when we summoned him, we didn't have enough strength to restrain the sun and the moon on our own. The burning crimson lent us his divine power after a pact was made, for the two deities had bad blood between one another long before the birth of humanity. The burning crimson could not miss the opportunity to see his father, an eternal enemy, shackled and shamed by the likes of frail mortals. The same mortals the gods were reluctant to create in the first place. The burning crimson snarled and mocked with us, and left before the morrow arrived. He said, his voice echoing with the solidity of stone, "Now it will learn what time itself was so unwilling to educate." I don't know, man. I still don't know the number. Like, usually the number is nearby. Oh, there it is. 7142. Stash 1. Question everything. Think for yourself. Throughout all of human history, our species has faced the frightening prospect of never knowing who we were and why we were here, or where we were going in this ocean of chaos known as existence. It has been those who had given themselves power, the authorities, the political and religious organizations, the education system, who used their rules, regulations, and order, forming for us a fragile sense of reality. But it is not our true story. To think for yourself, you must question authority and allow yourself to be put in a state of complete vulnerability and open-mindedness. It is chaotic and confusing to begin anew, to remove the shackles of their reality. Think for yourself, question everything. Okay? Now the blood thingy. Tomb of the Old God. Come on, charge. Okay. Whew. It's great because it's not stressful at all. Yeah, let's not go down there. That sounds like a terrible plan. Oh no, poor Shadows. Dude, I'm so sorry. Wait. That's not the shack? What is the shack? Hey, Enrage, what's up, dude? What do you mean? What is different? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah. What do you mean, not just a wall? Yeah, I'm trying to stay in the dark. That way it's more scary. Oh, these are human skulls. Oh, that's just great. Oh, that's just fantastic. Oh, this again. What? About the Son of the Moon's name. There's been much deliberation amongst those of us who have studied the ancient of what the eldest is truly called. The Order has called him many names over time, often because of a disagreement with a new Grandmaster or a scholar that his name is changed. We believe the eldest is a name for every world that exists in the universe. We wondered what he called our world and why us, our of all the possible worlds that existed, were able to wield the power of the amulet. The simplest way would be to open a door and ask gods for ourselves. One might question why we would obsess over something so seemingly trivial as a name. It was to our understanding that if we learned the name and were to speak it to the eldest himself, he would then know all that there was to know about the eldest. Even after an immeasurable amount of research, it wasn't until we had reached out to the Tellurian himself, were we able to uncover the eldest true moniker. He had agreed to give it to us, as he seemed to have grown fond of our conversations. His agreement did not come without this condition: we must never enter the old realm. It was not within our nature to stay idle for long, and perhaps we should have seen it coming all along. After all, it was the first name ever breathed into existence. It was the eldest first task, to name himself and begin our universe. Speak thy name, and you shall pass. We should have heeded the Tellurian's trepidation. Weird shit, carp on the door. It kind of remind me of those... What? Baby toys where you need to match shapes. So I'm missing a bunch of items. Yeah, came out in September. Oh. On the nature of the ancient, no one really knows the origin of the ancient ones, where they could have come from, what they wanted, their intentions. It's safe to assume no one knows their real names, as we made up their names using our mortal language and baptized them according to how humans have always recognized things we do not understand. I doubt the son of the moon has anything at all to do with our moon, or that the lady of the golden womb truly possesses a womb made of gold. We have this arrogant, presumptuous way of breaking down the universe into palatable, chewable pieces we can swallow, making it all about us. If these primeval gods have shown anything is to be understood at all, it's that humanity is not the center of everything that is. What do we matter against the infinite number of universes out there? We are insignificant. No more than pawns to be played in a design bigger than we could ever hope to understand. That was you? The Moonchild of Sin. Yeah, we're gonna leave. We need some pieces. We need like a wolf, like a lamp or something. There's like a bunch of different things. I just don't know what they are. Can we climb on this? No. See, there's a shack here, but I can't enter it. Oh, now I can. I tried before, it wasn't letting me in. Oh, God! Oh! A goodbye letter. Alexander, my dearest one, I'm so sorry. I'm truly deeply sorry. I could try and explain to you why and how I've done the things that I did, but I'm not sure I really could explain it in a way that could make you understand. Anything I said would only really be me trying to fool myself, trying to pass off what I did as necessary and noble, but the truth is, my motives were dark and foul. You have to understand, though, I couldn't fight back any longer. My will was slowly broken down over time. The only thing that kept me going was the love I had for my family, for Nina, and for you, my dearest ones. Yes, you know how much I love the both of you. more than anything, more than my own life. I've wanted to for years now to ask for your forgiveness, to fix things, but it's too late now. I've decided it's time for me to leave my flesh and bones to finally rest in the halls of eternal light. When I'm gone, I don't want you to be sad. There are things out there far worse than death, and sometimes it can be the lesser evil. God, I've missed you so much, Alex. I wish I could have seen you one last time before the end. I leave you this letter as a goodbye, but also as my last glimmer of hope. You were always smart. You've always known how to read between the lines, my dearest one. I need you to do that again. I need you to do what needs to be done, to figure out an end to all this. If you're clever enough, you might be able to meet him and witness all his might, like the swan once did. He waits for you, Alex. Please finish what I started. That's a grandmother. Yeah, that won't get you banned from Twitch. Uh-oh. The woods, guys. Okay, I can't go there.
Hello?
Good lord, man. Research part 4. I find myself craving the amulet in a feeling I can only describe as close to lust. I desire its light, as though I cannot bear to live without it. It has been a total of 40 days since I last had it in my possession, and it feels like my mind is being torn apart. The son of the moon visits me during my sleep, but he doesn't look at me like he used to. Instead, he gazes upon her, whispers to me how important she is and how much he needs her. He tells me there is still time to save the ones dearest to her. I find I'm filled with an inexplicable jealousy. It burns and aches in a way I thought I could never feel before. His father was meant to be mine, not hers. I will be with the old god soon. I will find a way, I promise, to be with my dearest love, my light, my thirst. It's almost time. I can feel it. It will be the one to I will be the one to have its power, and it is my right and mine alone. Well, that's another save point. That's great.
But Mom...
Who are you gonna believe? Are you gonna trust her? Or are you gonna trust me? Your mom?
The way we came to be. It slumbers deep within the other realm. Its name is unknown, too imperial to put into words by our inferior languages. The ancient ones who came from before us, who chose the name did not care much for humanity or the triviality of names for that matter. They were only consumed by their lust and ambition to create. They care little for what the consequences of creation would mean for them, for humans. However, a name was necessary. Monikers are how humans define their world and themselves. Names give meaning. The meaning gives strength, and from that strength comes power. We eventually came to call this illustrious creature the first human, but the others before us had given him a fancier name, the